Video 2 about Chad's getting all the sex. Yes, nature is a mean taskmaster. So I don't hook up. I'm not into hookups, but after my divorce, I went through a big hookup phase. Why? Because I left my husband over the bad sex. Like, my sex life was horrible for 25 years. And I wanted to experience sex. I wanted to experience my sensuality. I wanted to have sexual experiences. And so I started looking for men to have them with to experience my sexuality. Not to get some guy, not to get his approval, but to experience my sexuality. Unbeknownst to me, these guys would just fuck me and ghost me, which took me a while to figure out why this was happening. But my point being that when it came to guys that I chose for these hookups, I went for a certain type of man that had to have a certain type of qualities. And yes, you could call them Chads. A lot of Marines, they had to be fit, they had to be kind, they had to have something going on. And I met them all online, so they had to have photos that displayed their love of the outdoors. I didn't want any drinkers, beach bums, guys with nothing going on. So they had to be young, healthy, fit. They had to be the kind of guy that I would have dated if I were younger or was going to marry. So, yes, if a woman is just looking for sex, she's going to go for the trophy fuck. Um, Either because of his status, his power, or whatever, he's the one that is attractive for fucking. That is a real thing. That is why, if you're going to be online looking for hookups, if you have something, a redeeming quality, like looks, status, money, power, you can get women. But if you're a regular guy who's just a nice guy, it's never going to work because women are choosing you just based on your looks or whatever, and that is true. However, um, I will say that a lot of men have a lot more power over improving their value to women than they think. But if you're an Asian guy, don't even bother going online. If you're chubby, don't even bother going online for a hookup. You're going to do a lot better in person. Why? If you're Asian or Indian or Hispanic, forget it. If you're short, forget it. If you're poor, forget it. You're better off meeting women in person. Why? Because in real life, you're a three-dimensional being. You have depth, you have energy, you have movement, you have even the way you look. Online, you're just reduced to a photo and a bunch of statistics, and only a small number of people will do well in a catalog. You have to know how to take good pictures, and you have to have certain physical characteristics because you're chosen based on your physical characteristics. But your height, just like your shoe size, have nothing to do with your personality or how good you'll be in bed or how much you have to offer to someone or how well you're going to deal with conflict that comes up. So I always think it's better to meet people in real life, and all this online dating is a relatively new thing. And just from the videos I've watched online, a lot of men are really tired of it. And I think the best thing for these guys to do is to get out in real life and just start talking to women in real life. And there are a lot more things you can do to up your chances for a woman being interested in you. Number one, hit the gym and do a lot of weightlifting, strength training. Not to look like an inverted triangle, but when you build strength and have strong shoulders and legs and all that, you are going to be more attractive and you're going to feel better, and it's going to build your testosterone, it's going to build your health, it's going to build your confidence. Strength training, not all that running, but lift weights, heavy weights, throw tires over your head, like heavy shit. Number two, wear clothes that fit you. Don't wear all that baggy stuff. Get some stylish clothes. Those are two things that every man can do. And number three, work on your social skills. Start talking to people. Start talking to women, even if all you say is hi. There are more things that people can do, but you know, we've gotten super freaking lazy, and a lot of guys would rather just sit at home, watch porn, or feel sorry for themselves than get off their ass and do some kettlebell swings. So I'm not going to feel sorry for you, because guess what? Attraction isn't based on love. Attraction isn't based on pity. Attraction is just nature's taskmaster that weeds out the fit from the unfit. Um, May the best man win, so to speak. That's just what it is. So um, you actually have to build yourself into the best version of yourself that you can be. And believe me, I've seen short Indian men get married. I've seen fat men get married. So your personality also has a lot to do with it, because some women don't care if you're chubby or if you're Indian. But I guess even Indian women don't like, I'm talking about Asian Indian, even Indian women don't like Indian men. I don't know. I think it's maybe more the Asian Indian men tend to be very flabby. They don't work out. They have no muscle tone, and they tend to be kind of smelly, and they tend to have a patriarchal view. I think those are things that are not attractive to women. But I think a lot of men have a lot more options than they think if they make themselves. But you guys have to start lifting heavy shit. If you're not lifting heavy shit, your options are going to be less. And guys that I've met have told me as soon as they started developing more physique and getting more fit and more toned, women started noticing them. So that is my number one tip. And a lot of these guys that want women and don't get them is because they're sitting at home playing video games or watching TV, and they're not lifting heavy shit. That is the number one thing, you guys. But don't just do your arms and look like an inverted triangle. Work your whole body, your glutes, your legs, you know, lift heavy stuff, do a little bit of cardio, not too much, and just start treating yourself as a priority. And when you make yourself a priority, women will notice you. That's video number 2 on do you have a chance if you're not a born Chad?